Hello. Thanks for checking out the Eschaton on RP Glory. Um, this is our first episode, other than like we did some character generation stuff, and then last week we played Microscope to help fill out the world. But in terms of zany characters running around getting killed or maybe conquering all and fixing the damn thing. Uh, uh, this is the place to start. Anyway, um, with me today are Chris, Joe, Donnie, and Jason. Let me see. Chris is playing RD 42, the the robot that oh yes, that's obsessive compulsive and highly educated. Uh, do you want to talk a little bit about RD?
Greetings, organic life forms. My name is RD42, and I am the smartest thing here. I have been raised in a long line of well-crafted sanitation engineering tools from Space Prison, who until I was found in a closet by Joe, your line here.
Oh yes. So Joe is playing Mike, who is a brinoid. They're sort of terrifying shrimp-like creatures. And do you want to talk a little bit about Mike?
Sure, I'd love to. This is Mike here. This is Mike. He's much scarier in real life. Mike is a 7 foot tall, 6 limbed, orange carpused creature who has to live in a world of 5 foot tall, 4 limbed creatures who constantly run away at the sight of him. He has somehow, in spite of all that, managed to put together a pretty good living as a self-employed wastewater manager, because he has no problem wandering around in water. That's what his species love. A lot of that is the help of RD42, of course, and his well-built specs and his various sanitation tools, and of course his ability to play Roy Orbison whenever things get a little too tense.
Crying over you.
Yeah, and Mike's ship. Well, technically it's Mike's ship because synthetics can't own anything. So Mike's ship, the Circular File, has crash landed on this world, and they've met they're going to meet a couple of relatively nice humanoid monkey creatures that are going to help them.
Yeah. Here's hoping the locals are relatively friendly.
I'm sure they'll be very helpful. So next up, Donnie is playing. Well, I guess I shouldn't pronounce the X is silent, right? So it's just Bob, but it's X Bob. Who is a dumpster diver extraordinaire and a transplant from an even more backwater planet than the one you guys are going to be starting on. Why don't you tell us a little bit about him?
Sorry, my dog was going nuts.
No worries.
He's from like you said, from another planet. Was taken at a young age, basically for slavery. He's got a pretty bad attitude. Hates all the new stuff. Doesn't like the.
The story speak greatly. I am the new stuff.
That's why I think that's why I peed on you in the dumpster.
Don't think I haven't forgotten it, monkey.
I love the term monkey. It's great stuff. That's about all I got so far.
Okay, that's cool. And Jason, you're playing.
Dr.
Flo-
Flo Nurse.
Yes.
Because why not? Concept, because I'm a little late to the party here, is that she's probably an inhabitant of the planet who's looking to get out because it kind of goes against her good sensibilities. And also thinking about now, hearing these guys' descriptions, they will probably need treatment of some sort of disease they pick up in a sewer somewhere. So that may be my primary role, is treating like bizarre scatological diseases.
Probably.
That's more than likely.
Yeah, and given the aggressive nature of the flora on the planet, you're probably kept pretty busy. Like,
Yeah.
there's always some new phage that's turning up, and just the pollen is enough to be hazardous to life. Not to mention the things that the pollen grows into.
And any other things of my initial background idea may pop up in the future, so we'll see how that happens. Kind of planned that. I don't know what the background of the world is, but if it's some sort of kind of like this control freak world, I might have like a control collar because I'm an employee. So yeah, kind of myself, except it doesn't always work. Sometimes it might open up a random door or something. Who knows?
Did anybody ever tell you your neck is hypnotic?
I don't know what that means, and you are really weird.
I think that's a boundary issue. I think you need to steer clear of that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Back it away slowly.
Yeah, it might be some boundary issues. Just a little bit.
Then why does it have LED lights all over it?
That's just my fancy necklace.
Fair enough.
It does nothing.
I'll try to stay
Just
strictly
let it start.
platonic with your neck, Jamie.
Now, if I randomly start running away when it starts blinking red, just be aware to maybe follow me and help my body.
Can do.
Okay.
Yeah, that blinking may look like flirting, but no.
I missed the funny stuff. What happened?
We're talking about my potentially blinking control collar that might turn Chris's robot on.
To start out, you guys are all in your various quarters, desperately trying to catch a little bit of sleep between shifts, because each of the shifts is about 20 hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nothing serious.
And yeah. Midway through, there's this crackle over the PA system. Janitor crew X338 report to mission briefing room 42A now. And
Mike!
I lean over and gently knock on the top of RD's head. Donk, donk. Is that us?
I'm afraid so. 5 more minutes?
Damn it.
Oh,
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
actually,
5 more. Wait. The last time we said 5 more minutes, your alarm clock suddenly stopped working.
Point taken. Lights stop on. I start grabbing this stuff, grabbing you a packed lunch of weird plankton. Okay, we got this together. We got our basic supplies. We go over here. Ching, ching. I got the record ready to go just in case. Okay. Am I missing anything? Checking the checklist. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pumpernickel. Okay, we're ready to go.
All right.
You hear a knock on the door.
We had 5 more minutes.
Hey guys, you ready to go? I was ready to go like 20 minutes ago. What are you guys doing? I was ready before the PA came on. Come on.
Actually, I was gonna assign you afterwards.
I am so sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
some random guy goes by, walks away.
no worries.
And he looks right at the camera and goes, cameo! And then just walks off.
Cameo. Yee, cameo.
Okay. So in the meantime, I assume
Okay,
Arnie and
and,
Mike are basically working their ways over there.
Okay, and Donnie, did you want to start with the Bob already being part of the crew, or did you want to be assigned right now?
I mean, I can be a part of the crew. I mean, I can just be the guy that's been there just recently after I pissed on RD42's leg thinking it was a toilet.
Okay, that works. Before I go forward, let me talk briefly about ranks. This whole society is highly militarized. So even maintenance crew and like the medical has their own rank system. You guys can decide where, somewhere on that scale, where you guys are. I mean, like you could be sub recruits and just be, wildly overqualified for your current rank. The next rank up is janitor recruit, then janitor first class, then wash sergeant.
Okay, that win.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know. Can aliens? Because I am so very much an alien, I don't even know if I can have a rank above janitor recruit. So.
Okay, for maximum haha, I say we make Bob watch sergeant.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Bob is absolutely the one that is nominally in charge.
Yes. Not like we're really going to follow it all that often, but hey, monkey, we need to get up.
What time is it?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think we're done, unless you want to hear a whole bunch of hijinks of me and Mike trying to make our asses over there.
Sure.
Which we can go for hours. You've been warned.
Well, yeah. Let me hop over to Flo. So the
I was just talking to Cameo. He was really in a hurry.
Oh yes.
Sorry. That's all my bad.
And thus we have a first reoccurring character.
So the rankings there start as orderly first class, sub nurse, nurse specialist, and then there'd be sub internist, internist first class, and then go on from there.
I will go sub nurse.
Okay.
But my character flaw is when no one else is around who's in the business, I will call myself doctor.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with that.
I like it.
That's going to be one of my character quirks. I'm a doctor, except when I'm talking to other doctors.
I'm a doctor.
I like it.
That's kind of totally in my mind from the start. She's not really a doctor. She just calls herself one.
Yeah.
She just plays one on TV.
Oh, man. You're going to make it... Well, I don't know you yet. Otherwise, I'd be uploading the sound to General Hospital right now.
Pop culture references.
So there's another crackle over the PA. Sub nurse Flo, please report to briefing room X42A. No.
Now. Like the little delay on the now.
Oh crap. This
Yes.
is 642B.
I am ready to go.
RD,
Yes.
where's
Well, Mike.
X42A?
I have no idea, but we'll find it. I'll just interface with the computer for about 5 minutes. What do you mean no means no? Come on, baby. Don't be like that.
RD, don't make me ask someone. You know how that's going to go.
Point taken. Okay, I think I found the location. We'll talk later, Toots.
Okay. So,
I feel like I get faster if I went to the vents. No, that's not allowed.
Well, monkey
okay.
see, monkey do.
Actually,
Just saying.
yeah, I mean, you guys have been in the vents before, but that was before Bob was assigned to your team, and partially he was assigned to your team to fill in for the casualties. Yeah, it didn't go well.
It's not my fault.
Of course, it's the plants. That's what you always say.
Jeez, it's not my fault. Everybody else has to breathe.
So the path there is relatively clear. Like there's definitely some minor shrubbery growing out of the walls that snaps at you, and the floors are fairly like dingy and rusted from mostly from the exfoliant that is timed to shower from the ceiling essentially every 10 minutes. Luckily, your section has the new exfoliant that is sort of the envy of the complex, because it's new now, 7% less carcinogenic.
Much less toxic.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
no, it's still as toxic, just in terms of like chemical exposure in like liver damage, but less carcinogenic.
Less carcinogenic.
So that's good.
This burns your eyes much less.
Mike,
Oh,
you're lucky.
no.
You already are orange. It keeps getting all over freaking my manifold here.
I'm thinking every time Mike goes by one of these snapping plants, his stomach growls. He's got to eat a lot of plant food to make a 7-foot body move.
I'll tell you what. I'll help you. I turn into a giant pair of scissors. Here you go. You wanna.
That was weird. Okay.
After all, I am a tool for all occasions.
Oh yes.
Oh,
So your whole body turns into a giant pair of scissors,
Well,
or you just
basically,
have
I
a
pop
scissor
it out
extension?
there, and basically, I provide bonuses by turning into tools. Basically,
well, no. I got lunch. We did that last time. I'm good.
Okay. Fair enough.
We don't want to make the monkeys mad. Let's go.
Fair enough. True.
So you all managed to get to the briefing room safely, and standing there,
Sergeant Bob.
yes, including Watch Sergeant Bob.
Heidi ho, Bob.
Hello.
Hello, nurse. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
And standing there behind a small podium is a man in a military outfit. His head barely shows above the small podium, but enough that you can see his little sort of, I don't know what you call them, but those little sort of Hitler mustaches.
Okay. I was gonna say, let's just call it what we're all thinking.
We're all thinking it.
Absolutely.
And as you enter, he looks at this oversized watch and says, "You're all 43 seconds late." Oh. It has already been docked.
Oh man.
Hey,
Plus
That's the
penalties.
87th time this month.
That's
well, hey, that's what happens when we got to take that extra seconds for lunch, guys. I settle into the seating position and just.
Okay.
But
I
luckily,
pull up beside Mike, basically flatten myself enough, basically to retract a little bit. So I'm right next to him, and I basically got my little peepers on the boss.
yeah, unfortunately, you're not over a minute late, so the execution will have to be rescheduled.
Blink,
Good
blink,
thing you
blink.
didn't take
It's all
that
good.
extra 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has been reported that trash compactor number 3 in sector Blue 42, subsection H, subsection D, is broken. We sent a higher ranking team that apparently hasn't returned, and the trash compactor still shows as being broken. So we are assigning to you sub nurse Flo in case of injury on the job.
I'm gonna look at Flo. Is he pretty attractive?
I look around for Flo.
Scanning.
scanning.
Target
God.
detected.
So yeah, I mean you make it as well. I'm sorry, you can either have already been there or run in right now.
I'm gonna assume that I was there before the 42-second late period. That is not.
I'm gonna say that this is part of our narrative of our OCD nature. She was there a full minute early. In fact, I might have been there 30 seconds early, except for we got into an argument involving the pipes.
Is there plant life inside the briefing room?
No.
Dang.
But but as you look around for it, little door opens up in the wall beside the guy who's been giving you your orders, and a what looks like a little Zumba comes out. And
I think you mean a Roomba.
Roomba, yeah.
No, Zumba is better.
It's in the future.
Yeah, it's called a Zoom, but it looks like a Roomba. It's all good.
It does. Exercises.
Well, someone's gotta ask it. Is it hot?
I preemptively put like a hand on RD's shoulders. No.
Oh man, I think we lost Brad.
Oh, really?
No, I can hear you.
At least your picture.
Yeah, you're starting to break up, but you can still audio's coming in fine.
Okay.
Okay, so
Anyway, it does have like this shapely cylindrical chassis with some detailing that's pretty hot. And then
Mike!
a little turret pops up out of it, and it starts lasering the walls.
I'm
Mike!
gonna throw a glass of water at RD42
Oh, no!
and tell him to calm down.
Oh man!
I just
Oh
look
no,
at,
I've
I
got
just
one of
look
our
at-
spray bottles with water in it, and I'm spraying him going, no.
Yes.
I just look at the head. I just look at the head general, whatever, running the session, going, So I'm providing medical attention to these guys or to people that we might find.
Possibly both.
Should there be any survivors of the previous maintenance crew, you are to render assistance.
And they have priority, right?
Well, of course.
Okay. Just double checking.
They're probably higher ranked.
Just making that official.
I wander over to Nurse Flo. Hi, I'm Mike.
Hi, you're
All
kinda
four
tall.
eyes blinking in like different patterns and holding out the big hand. Hi.
Hi. I gladly shake your hand as like I've been in like subunit 10 with people with missing legs trying to frickin' sweep up places. You guys aren't bad.
I mean, it's not exactly a hand.
Well,
But,
okay.
yeah, it's
His-
an upper appendage.
His appendage is waving. Yes.
Remember, Mike, appendage, not mandible. Just saying.
Yes.
Yeah, like I'm gonna make that mistake again.
Thank you. You'll never hear the end of it. You know that.
Yeah, I know.
I would definitely appreciate that from you. Yeah, you're kind of tall. You're okay. Right.
Well, thanks.
Yeah. You know, I do want to tell you that I'm used to treating humans, so if we have to take extra probes, I will let you know. Because if we need to do some extra probes on you, we'll definitely make sure you sign the consent forms for the probes. We good?
In
I'm
triplicate.
sure we'll figure it out when we get there.
Okay.
Mike, your safety word is pineapple. Just saying.
Is it pineapple? Shit. I start scrolling through a pad of like safe words. Is it pineapple this week?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Okay. By the way, our safe word is basically run like ninnies.
Yeah, run.
Now, you little robot dude.
Zhink. RD42 at your service, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, next. Hi, little human. How are you?
And I'm gonna look at her being an 18-year-old boy. I'm gonna be like super horny. And just, like,
Okay.
I know what to say to her.
Go back to the shrimp thing, Dad.
I'll just walk up to her and be like, "Bob, you like chocolate cake?"
Do I like what now?
Chocolate cake?
Zhink. By the way, Flo,
Uh,
your safety word can be pineapple too if you really need it. Just saying.
And I'll just
no.
walk away.
No.
I'll just walk away.
Yeah, my safety word is going to be report form.
Nice.
Oh, well played. Well played.
Report form J12.
Okay.
I lean over to RD and kind of don't
Yo.
chocolate cake.
Maybe it's better not to ask too many questions involving monkeys. I'm just saying.
All right.
But I'll tell you what, we can always find out what chocolate cake is later.
Fair enough.
Yeah, there's none on this planet.
Sergeant Bob, I'm thinking we should probably go. I've got all my tools ready.
Me
Yeah,
too.
well, we're going to be late. We do not want to be late.
I'll be sitting in the corner and I'll say, "My tool's almost ready. Just give me a bit."
Yeah. Yeah.
Commander, okay, we have this hyper prepped crew, and Bob's in there in the corner saying, "Almost done. Just wait for the shake."
Oh, and the guy who's been briefing you, Master Tech Sergeant Crick, says, "Oh well, there's no hurry. The unit has been offline and backing up for 300 minutes, and should it go to, let's be generous, 354 minutes, you'll of course be executed."
Oh my god, we only have an hour to get there? Under an hour?
Okay.
Oh, come on. Let's go. Come on.
I will convert into a surfboard and allow Mike and Flo, the whole gang, to basically float along. Okay.
All right.
No
Hey.
real effect on gameplay. It's just funny.
Trust me, surfing on RD is something you will never forget.
Rocket
I
jet's
think
on,
I
and
need to be in the middle though. Otherwise, the weight distribution's way off.
yeah, we don't want to talk about that last time.
You know, I'm gonna give you that memory wipe I keep promising.
Promises.
Okay. So you guys are jetting down the halls at full speed, trying to get there as quickly as possible?
Yep.
Well, at least until we run into the first speed bump, which will probably be some tape of some sort.
At least humans apparently want to get there quickly. Okay, fine.
Oh, better do it. You know, but know what they better do.
So, let me see. You're zipping along. Everybody make a notice check.
Okay.
Hey, I think I might have that.
How do we do that?
Okay. So, if you open your sheets.
Yep.
There's a under skills. If you have the skill notice, there'll be a little die beside it.
Oh yeah,
beside
that's
the skill.
much easier
You
than
can just
typing
click
it
on
out.
that, and it'll go bang.
Nice.
Nice.
Haha!
Okay.
Aha! Mike is just.
You're balancing, man. That's why you're on and off.
I think we lost Donnie.
Oh shoot! Mike is humming some surf music to himself.
I'm trying not to cause an accident here, guys.
So you do notice that there, right after you make a turn, there's greenery that has, well, actually, redery. It's full of xanthophyll rather than chlorophyll that has grown across the corridor.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
And make a I don't know what would that what would be let's call it athletics to stop in time, since you're not driving a different vehicle, it's yourself.
2!
Okay.
Do we all roll that or just Chris?
Just Chris.
Okay.
Okay, and Donnie's computer crashed, but he is working on it.
Okay.
Okay, no problem. He'll join us when we have a chance.
Yeah.
Okay, we did not hit the evil plant patch, I think.
Sergeant Bob hasn't had much to contribute at this point. That's okay. That's totally in character.
Yeah, true enough.
And you notice, sort of right in the center of the plant is this big closed flower that seems to be shaking a little.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
So they couldn't mention that along the way there's a bunch of new greenery that we're going to have to cut away. No, couldn't take their time and take their 43 seconds to tell me about that.
Tell me about it. Like,
No, it's clearly a different department's problem. This is not our problem.
okay.
Except it's in our way.
Of course it is.
Yes.
Can everybody get off me for a second?
Oh, yeah.
I will be happy to.
And take Bob out. You don't want to know what he did last time. He stayed on here too long.
Okay. Oh, and looking up, you do see that there is the standard defoliant sprayer, but it's clogged with weeds.
Of course it is. Heaven forbid something actually work on this backwater planet where the dam.
Well, the plants are working fine on the planet. It's everything else that's the problem.
Okay, time to turn into scissors. Mike, you know what to do. We've done this before.
Can I reach?
Yeah,
Here,
because these hallways are a little small for you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you can reach the
Okay.
ceiling, no problem.
Okay. What do you... Yeah. I'll basically... Yeah.
I rotor-root the weed thing using RD4.
Okay.
Exactly. It's not like we haven't done this before.
Yeah, no, it's not the first.
It's pretty
Okay.
standard.
So rather than like the standard just roll once overcome thing, let's try testing out the this hack that I made that hopefully will work.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
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 So this is gonna be a if you're just trying to cut through it, it'll be a physique test.
Mhm.
So if you just get like a normal success, and I'll call this. Let me see. Let me pull up the cheat sheet. Oh, that's the wrong thing.
No problem.
There shouldn't be.
Okay.
Oh. I knew I had a thing that. Oh, that's the other cheat sheet. There's two of them.
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
Okay. So I think you only need a fair result to make some progress. So if you just get a fair, you can apply a ephemeral aspect to the plant or the situation. It'll go away. After a short period of time, and you can like build on it. If you succeed with style, you can apply a sticky aspect that'll last longer and takes like an actual action to get rid of. And then if you succeed with style and spend a fate point, you can apply an enduring aspect to the situation. That can be enduring aspects. Both can only be removed as like a major character arc, as a character arc or major plot point, and they can be kind of big deals like Kamacho's vaporized. If you're dealing with a person that you can reason with, you can make them like loyal. With examples for sticky aspects you could apply would be like injured, tied up, disgraced, friendly. Ephemeral ones tend to be things like stunned, disconcerted, outmaneuvered, disarmed, things like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Then once we grab a piece, I'm going to science the heck out of it just to see what the heck it's about. Maybe we can find some sort of flaw if we can't make any more headway beyond cutting the hedgerows. Besides, it might come in handy later.
Good idea.
Now,
Okay.
is there a way for the rest of us to assist? Is there kind of assisting roles that we can do to gain to grant them like an advantage or something?
Sure. Again, that would probably. I mean, you could use some other skill than.
I'm totally okay
physique
using,
or even physique. Again,
Yeah,
you'd just be applying aspects, but you could, you could apply. If you applied, say, an ephemeral aspect, you could. Chris could build on that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'd be interested of testing out if possible.
Yeah. Like my stunt basically is a tool for every occasion. I can't use the bonus myself, but I can give it to a buddy. So
Right.
ultimately, that's part of the reason I usually give it to Mike is because he's the guy I usually fall back on, because he's
Right.
been working with others so long.
I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm. And I'm thinking what I'm trying to do here is not so much physique and cutting through, but cutting weeds out of the sprayer to repair it so that we can then set a concentrated dose of this stuff directly at it to get it out of the way.
Makes
Okay.
sense to me.
Good
Good idea, Field Leader. Bob, you're doing great leadership.
What skill were you? What skill were you thinking of?
I want to use technical because it's my
And I can give a bonus for that, so I say that's probably the best skill to use in this situation here.
Okay.
Okay.
Because we're sanitation engineers.
wastewater managers.
In the hood.
Yeah.
Okay. I think using technical rather than just like brute strength on it is going to be a little bit harder. Just because these plants have evolved to be resistant to like the common tools,
Right.
and the common stuff. Particularly this thing that is grown right into the sprayer of the defoliant.
Yeah.
Do I have any tools with me, like shears or any kind of machetes or anything like that?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, whatever you think would be appropriate, essentially.
Well, I would think machetes, especially with the size of the plants and everything like that.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I agree completely.
And maybe do some melee combat on their faces.
I like it.
Just
for it.
don't hit the giant flower. Just say.
Yeah, I think we all kind of got a figure there. Might be somebody we know. Well, somebody we did know, apparently, but we'll get that later.
Assuming we did know. Yeah, well, it was someone we know. Maybe we should spray that first.
That's a really good point. Okay.
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready.
So, yeah, if Chris, you wanted to do, I guess, technical to form yourself into just the right shape for doing this as an advantage. Is that what you were thinking?
Well, basically, I'm not sure how stunts work, but I took the stunt, I am a tool for every occasion. Technical bonus, but must give it to a buddy. And that's the tool I kind of want to do.
So
I don't know if it's like, is it like an ablasive thing, or can I use it interchangeably like I have been, or what?
Okay.
Or is it just simply
So,
flop?
yeah, with that, I mean, you don't even have to make a roll. You can just, give Mike a +2.
Sure.
All right, so I'll roll my technical.
Okay.
Okay. We technical the crap out of it.
Okay, so you succeed with style. So you can apply a sticky level of aspect to it. That could be something like partially cut through, or something along those lines.
I have the word pruned.
Pruned kind of makes sense to me. Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
So we've given it a sticky. It's pruned a lot of the, sprayed a lot of the new growth, and kind of causing it to go back to back to its roots.
Okay.
Okay, taking a sample. You never know.
And X-Bob, did you want to do something at the same time?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna start cutting all the stuff I could away from the sprayer, so that we could get it going.
Already.
Would I do that as like athletics or a melee?
Well, I mean, it's not getting out of the way, so it's not like dodgy athletics. I think it's more an application of brute strength. So I think that'd be physique.
I don't have that one.
Okay, so
What about athletics?
well, I mean, just because you don't have the skill doesn't mean you can't roll it. Rather than clicking a button, until I set up a macro for it, I think the easiest way to do it is to type in /R 40F. Okay.
Or you can just click basic roll in the upper corner. Upper left.
Oh, I did set that. Okay, good.
Okay, Scrawny, come on. Pull.
I like her. She moves heavy objects.
Oh, the 3 stress. There's just a reminder for Jason that he got 3 stress bars. The only reason I took physique. She's stronger than she looks.
Oh yeah, duh. She's a nurse.
Yeah, I gotta lift people onto beds and stuff, so I can totally justify that.
Okay. So,
I will basically just pull on him so it looks like he's pulling it and make him feel good about himself.
okay.
Jeez. That should be one of your stunts. Self-esteem booster.
I think that's empathy.
And when she starts pulling on me, I'll say something awkward again.
Yeah, probably.
You're
Like,
pulling
"You've
on
got
my
pretty
vines."
ears.
What was that, Donnie?
You got pretty ears. You got pretty ears.
That's weird.
Mike, what are ears?
Thank you.
Okay, exactly.
Both Mike and RD are like, ears?
Must be some weird monkey side of infection or something.
It's a human thing, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
They're horrible, really. All crinkly and wrong.
I look at RD and point to my ears. These are our audio reception devices for monkeys.
You speak my language. I like you.
Okay. So, unfortunately, that's only enough to apply like a ephemeral result. But
They'll just kind of briefly pull them out of the way before they kind of like snap back in place.
you do see that the flower that was shaking is kind of opening. So you could apply. You could do something about that.
Science it.
Well, I mean, with the result you already got, you could stun the plant or
Yes, I will
distract it
try
or
to
something.
find a way to prevent it from. I will use my heavy strength to pet it nicely so it doesn't open or something.
Okay, so
She's got him by the scruff of the back of the neck, even though it really doesn't have a neck.
okay, so pin.
Or
Massage.
back.
Hey, Mike, they're doing something weird again.
Don't open,
Oh,
please. Don't
so,
open, please. Don't open, please don't open.
Yeah.
Monkey.
It occurs to me that I haven't been showing the results of these rolls. So let me just
Oh, okay.
No, fair enough.
switch that over briefly. And I had a clever way of doing this. Like that. Okay.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Yep.
All right.
That's cool. That's kind of neat.
Oh,
Okay. So, was that
Oh, no, I
a
just-
test of rolling science, or was that?
It was just, I wasn't doing anything. I never declared it. I just wanted to test the dial to see how high it went. It amused
Okay.
me terribly.
Okay.
You're bad. You're not supposed to do that.
Okay.
No,
You might have been
it's fine.
sciencing to see if plant massage was actually a thing, maybe.
I'm afraid to. Just saying.
the equivalent of a Google image search for plant massage.
I will be deleting my hard drive now.
My.
So you think that the flower was going to do something nasty, but because it's pinned for the moment, it was unable to.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, okay. We
Okay.
don't have to. No report.
Oh, well done.
I just don't want to write any more bloody plant reports. You know how many pages those are?
A lot.
Yes.
Okay. So what do you guys want to do now? It's essentially a new round.
Do we have a clear space to get through the foliage?
There's since it's been pruned back, there's some room that you could attempt to squeeze by, but I wouldn't call it clear.
Yeah, good enough.
Well, Mike, you're like twice the size of the rest of us. Can you fit?
Let's see. I try and fit through the space that's open in the foliage.
Okay. So right now you do have sort of a ridiculous number of fate points you can spend. Let me
You should have
let me make sure
three
that.
at the beginning or more.
Okay. Yeah. More than is probably already listed. Let me see. You have 3 stunts.
Technically, yes. I haven't chosen my third one.
Oh, okay. Just 2.
Yeah, I
Okay.
have 2 right now.
Okay. So you actually have 6 fate points.
Already?
Damn.
That's a lot, actually.
Yeah. But let me see. I guess you don't actually have an aspect that talks about how large you are as a creature.
No, not really.
Is that your trouble? Or is your trouble that you're a giant shrimp?
My trouble is that I'm always looking for the easy way out, which is kind of applying right now, where I'm like, I'll just squeeze through the foliage that's going to kill me. I think that's fine.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that totally applies. So
Oh, man.
I'm actually gonna offer that as a compel. I mean, you were already gonna do it, but
Absolutely.
offering it as a compel, trying to squeeze through is going to be a problem.
Okay.
Hey, I got a
so,
very minor question. Is Mike still carrying RD when he tries to do so? I'm gonna say yes, just because.
Yeah,
Here.
I mean, your choices with the compel are either to take an extra fate point, or spend a fate point to avoid the incipient problem.
I think I will take that fate point.
Okay, so yeah, you haven't bothered to put RD down.
Oh man, what are you doing, Mike?
I'm just trying to get through here. No worries.
Okay.
So you get about halfway through, and the either you get wider or the space gets smaller as it grows very quickly. You're not sure which, but you're pretty stuck.
Oh man.
Little help.
Yeah.
I start waving my my lower half and appendages in the universal sign, the universal rhinoid sign for help. I'm stuck and I need help.
Which looks surprisingly like dancing.
And the
Yeah, it probably does.
Looks like twerking.
and
twerk
the,
for help.
The flower seems rather excited by this situation.
No,
and, like,
no. What are you guys doing? What is the... No, I don't want to die here.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it. Unless you repin it or something like that, it's gonna break free and do something
Oh,
unpleasant.
great. Okay. Bob, you need to get those idiots unstuck in whatever way you can without trying to kill them. I'm going to see if I can pin down this damn... I don't know what's birthing yet.
Damn dirty plant.
Last time this happened, it was a bouncing baby something.
I wasn't there, and that's a good thing.
Oh, that's not a very good roll. I'm having problems with it.
That's not how humans reproduce. I'm pretty sure. I've seen videos.
I deleted those
No,
logs when I found out exactly what it was.
I'm sitting here like, shut up and get unstuck. We'll talk about human birth later. And no, we don't come from seed pods.
Okay. I have two. Okay.
So
I
that
thought I
was
lost you guys again.
me trying to suppress the flower.
Okay.
We'll let Dottie have a chance to do something here.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, it is going to. Hold on. Let me fill in some stuff here.
Could I use my intrusion skill to get up, like, to sneak up in between all this stuff?
You can sneak through the fronds.
You could definitely use your. I mean, it's a little bit too thick to just like sneak through the plant with intrusion, but you could definitely use it to maneuver yourself to give yourself some advantage or to help others.
Because I want to get to a point where I can help Mike get free,
Mhm.
but with the stuff coming up and around him, I'm not very strong.
Mhm.
So maybe if I could climb up on top of it, would that be athletics or would that be the intrusion?
Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to use the distraction that Flo is providing and being sneaky about it, you can use intrusion. That's fine.
Good intrusion.
Nice.
Does that mean I rolled a 0?
Yeah, basically you rolled neutral across the board. Yeah.
Okay. So the going back to Flo and your physique to try and keep the plant pinned.
Great.
Yeah. It is it's struggling very hard. It's stronger than you expected.
Yeah, because I'm a nurse and it's a giant plant.
That would do it.
You could use a fate point here to.
I think I am going to spend a fate point. So, how many do I have to start off with? Because it's a little bit different than what I was aware of.
I
have one spare stunt, so I have 2 stunts and 1 spare stunt left, just kind of like Joe.
Okay, so again, you have 6.
Okay, I will spend one of those because there's a 7-foot prawn thing that should be wrestling this, not the 5'5" nurse.
Okay, and you do need to have an aspect that is relevant to the situation.
Okay, this is where we're going to get something interesting because I haven't created any other aspects in my.
Can he tag pruned as well? Because we just have the pruned aspect on the plant itself.
Oh yeah,
that is true.
That's true. Or
yeah,
we can or we can create a new because I don't think underappreciated medical tech kind of works in this situation. It's a little bit too specific for that. But
actually, I have a way. You start venting at the plant. You know how when you talk to plants, usually it's sympathetic? You're bitching at the plant about your life right now, causing a subversive effect, thus requiring the aspect. Go nuts.
Yeah, I think that would be too much of a stretch.
It's a little bit too much of a stretch.
Yeah, worth a shot.
You could use pruned. Essentially saying something along the lines of, because this plant is.
Using the one in place makes sense.
pruned
I just kind of because I'm so new to the rules for this. I'd be interested to see if we could create a aspect for my character on the go, as we kind of talked about, but I'm not sure how that would work.
You could certainly do that as well. Anything that you think would be appropriate for Flo to have that might be relevant here.
Okay, I have an interesting idea, but I'm not sure. I'll run this by you before I write on my character sheet. Well, this comes from actually family background in actual medical business. Patient wrestling like wrestling patients to the bed and stuff. So that might be an interesting aspect for her to have is patient wrestling, like non-lethal wrestling.
Championship patient wrestler.
And championship patient wrestling.
Yeah, either if you have to make it kind of neutral, call it aggressive bedside manner.
Aggressive.
Bedside manner.
I love it.
I like that even better.
Should we go with aggressive bedside manner?
I think so. Yeah.
It fits her so far. I think it would work really well.
All right. So you have and you're going to pin it again.
Yes, with using my aggressive bedside manner.
Okay.
Get down! We're not trying to hurt you, and you're not trying to eat us, right? No, you're just a nice plant, aren't you? Get down!
She's got like a headlock around the flower.
I will break it.
All right. And let me see. Donnie X Bob has snuck into the foliage. Chris, is there anything that you wanted to do right now?
I am taking my specimen and sciencing the crap out of it to see if it'll give us a distinct advantage.
Okay.
A 7.
Ooh.
All right. So that is definitely going to be a success with style. So you could either apply an aspect, a sticky aspect, like well, actually, it's already been pruned.
Yes.
And it that endures. So you could with your science figure out exactly that if you like open the line from the defoliant and mix a little bit 35 mils of cleaning fluid type A and 20 mils of the
black
rust
market hooch that he's making.
Yes. Damn it, we're gonna lose our hooch.
It's okay, we can make more.
Okay.
That stuff will just trash this plant.
Well, tell
Okay.
This particular strain of plant.
I peed on your leg the other day.
The urine was
something
not
about
adding
peeing it?
chemicals. Just saying.
Ammonia is not
I'll-
relevant to the situation.
I will play this up for. I'll let this be a group decision. I'll either go with that, or I'll go with. I recognize this to be a variation of the Unga Munga plant, which is known to be tremendously ticklish.
I lean toward the exfoliant myself. That's my vote.
Fair enough. I will do so.
I've already done enough tickling.
Okay, then out comes the weird chemicals. I mix it up and say, "Give it a good shot, Mike."
Okay. Well, actually,
Or can I do it automatically?
Well, actually, Xbob is in just the right position to apply the stuff to the roots.
Okay, monkey, catch, or neek. Gotta have one of those extendo arms come out. Try to give it to Donnie. Oh, Bob.
Okay.
Aren't you the brave little toaster?
I knew that word was going to come up.
That's Mr. Toaster to you, bucko.
So, I mean, you guys have already made the rules. You splash some on, and it like withers and lets go, and suddenly there's plenty of room to get by.
I tap RD on the head. Didn't you say that you don't toast?
I don't toast.
Okay.
And I have to. It's time for my '80s catchphrase. I light up. I point at the creature and say, "That's what it That's what happens when you fight. When you
Oh man.
basically deal with science. When you ignore science." Sorry, that died. And then I give it a little kick with one of my extension expandages and just keep on going. Thunk.
Alrighty.
Well, that was all right.
All right, Mike.
That's okay. Turned out all right in the end.
Beep boop.
Beep boop.
Okay.
Beep boop.
So from there, you managed to get the rest of the way to what was it? Section Blue 42, subsection A. Whatever.
I wrote it down. 42, subsection 8, subsection D.
Okay.
Yay!
I'm writing this down because RD's not going to remember.
I would remember that. I have science on the mind.
While we're going there, I'm gonna look at the nurse and be like, "Did you see what I did there? Did you see? I saved us."
The nurse is
Hello?
very quiet.
Very. Okay, as we're crawling over, Mike, do you want me to
Hang
tape
on,
it?
I had it on mute. I was saying that he's awesome and he's really good, and just snarkily not looking at him at all. Kind of
Mike,
wondering
I'm
if I
gonna
got
take it completely
poisoned by
wrong.
a weird plant, and we look like we're in an 8-bit dungeon, and it's going to turn into roguelike, which means we're all going to die.
Well, eventually.
I will run away.
Okay.
You
So
seem really stressed, Flo. Are you okay?
Yeah, you know what? Okay. What was your name, Mr. Mike? Mike.
Yeah, it's
Mike,
not like I have used like
okay.
half a dozen times in your presence.
You are nearly 3 feet taller than me, correct? And
Yes.
you outweigh me by probably at least double my body weight, correct?
Probably.
Get in front of me.
Okay.
You should probably. Thank you.
And you'll notice that she's between the bot and the prod, not in front beside the human.
Do you want me to watch your back?
Nope. You're good up there, fearless leader. That's okay. I look at Mike. Don't let him die. Try not to.
Okay.
I just want the biggest wall in front of me for cover. That's really kind of.
You're stealing my way of life.
No, I was just reading on this. I'm not sure if this is optional or within the rules. These beliefs, instincts, and goals. And one of my instincts that I was maybe thinking of taking because I wasn't sure when to add them was self-preservation. So put the big thing in front of me.
Okay, yeah, totally. Okay, so yeah, write that down on your sheet. Put instinct, self-preservation.
I think it'll work nicely with the idea that I'm supposed to kind of have the Hippocratic oath where I'm supposed to save everybody, but I'm not really willing to go into super dangerous situations.
Surprisingly, that makes us fit in just fine.
So where do I put those then? Just under
As an aspect.
just general
yeah, you
aspects? Okay, and I'll just put it as what? Instinct, right?
Yeah.
Instinct.
Instinct.
Self-preservation without putting people
colon
in
How about
danger.
every
self-preservation.
man
What's that?
Every man for themselves.
No, because I'm not quite that mean. This is kind of more that, that classic first aider thing where, you're supposed to go help people, but don't put yourself in danger. Kind of idea.
Okay.
Yep.
So the thing about your instincts and the same thing for beliefs
Yeah.
is these are some things that you'll want to start filling out for your characters.
Right.
Probably over the course of this first session. Maybe not all 3. You can have up to 3 beliefs and 1 instinct, and they will help your character progress.
Right. Now,
I mean, right now you guys have more stuff that you can apply in terms of skills and stunts and abilities than you already have down. So the
Right.
progression doesn't matter too much, but I mean, in time you'll want it. So.
How limiting should I put this? Because self-preservation, I mean, I like the idea, but it seems a little bit maybe too narrow, or kind of maybe not quite within.
Yeah, it's definitely not too narrow.
Yeah,
It might be too wide.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. So a way to maybe firm it up a little bit to go with my character, this idea that
Yeah, I guess
not
it should be in the the burning wheel format of when X occurs, I do Y.
right.
Okay. If Bob dies, she runs.
Let's go. Could I go? I'm more along. I'm not sure if that's an instinct or just a. See, this is where my brain's getting a little bit rattled. Would something like get behind the biggest wall be considered instinct? Like get behind the biggest person, or is that not really an instinct?
So basically, what the equivalent of suit cover at all times.
That would be a great Y. So you'd need when danger seems likely, get behind the biggest meat shield or wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Now that we got that out.
That's yeah. I'm trying to form this up a little bit. That's hard.
No problem.
Okay, keep on going. I'll figure it out.
Okay. So each of these doors is labeled with a number. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then this door at the end is labeled control.
Okay.
Well,
let me.
Okay, we'll see if that works. I'm not sure if that's too.
Do. Okay. If somebody wants to use me as a video detection mode, they can. I will stand in front of the door and see what I can figure out something to use my special abilities with.
Oh wait, you're a sensor unit?
I am things many times.
He's got a lot of specialized programming. I'm thinking we go and check out the control room, because that's gonna simplest, easiest. That's gonna tell us what the problem is.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, then.
Whoa. Oh, okay. Everybody's running away. Okay, hang on.
How tall are the ceilings here?
10 feet.
Sorry?
10 feet?
10 feet.
10 feet? Okay. I take advantage of the unusual height and indulge a little bit and sort of skitter up the walls and run around the ceiling a little bit.
Quit watching!
Okay.
I know which movie you were watching last week, Mike.
I'll be freaking out.
And then drop right behind Flo Nurse. Bonk.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. What did we say?
Why are you impeding me?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Well,
So skittering on the ceiling, is that just like color, or do you want that to be like
Yeah, that's actually
something
that's
specific to
that's a cool aspect, actually.
that's color. I find. I think that's only, you can only do it when it's funny.
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I
And
do
I'll
like
stop
the
Mike
idea
before
that
we
there's
get
a
to the door.
skittering wall crawling prawn.
Because he does skitter. That's his usual movement style.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But would it hurt you to put
gonna
booties
stop
on
Mike.
before you go in the mud?
Right before we get to the door, I'm going to stop Mike and be like, "Do you think I impressed her?"
I look over at Flo. I look back at him. The nurses are her.
Yeah. I don't get any more news.
Is this human flirting? Is this what you do?
I don't know. And then I'm
Okay.
gonna go back to the door.
Well, she
So-
likes you better than she likes me. I can tell you that much.
So
No.
beside the door, there's a little scanner. And it's one of
What's
those.
it scan?
If you actually
Retinal
you can
scanners?
kind of. Well, it
Biometric or-
looks like it's for thumbprints rather than retinas.
Hmm.
And it,
Okay,
well-
I'll put my thumbprints on it. My thumbs on it.
I back away 5 feet just because I've seen what happens when Mike presses the damn things.
I sort of glance
It'll
over.
It'll be fine. I'm sure he has sufficient ranking.
Why are you in front of
So-
me again?
it keeps happening.
Because you're not.
Stop moving in front of me. You humans are weird.
I know, man. I know.
So, does anything happen when I put my thumb on it?
The door slides open.
Okay, sweet.
Excellent.
I'm gonna look in.
Well,
I'm gonna
actually, first
investigate.
there's like this noise, and it turns red, and then it opens.
Red's a happy color.
I'm gonna look at Mike and say, I don't like red.
No, it's not so bad. You get used to it.
Hey, I think there's something over there that you wanted to eat. You should go in first.
I don't definitely.
Mike.
I move past him, walk into the room.
Okay.
Ah, he's always running into those rooms.
So
We'll figure it out when we get there. It's fine.
yeah, so this area seems to be both the hallway and this room seem to be pretty clear of vegetation.
Yay.
Yeah. The outside is as rusty as it looks. In here, it seems like there's a better quality of metal being used. Because it is both clear vegetation and not horribly dirty and rusted. However, the one problem seems to be that there's two consoles here, and the defoliant seems to have stripped away the paint from the buttons. Between the two, the one up here does have a button that says RES, and then the rest is has been wiped off.
RDS, and then
RES.
nothing on this panel?
Okay.
And then nothing on this panel here.
He's completely blank.
That one has there's one that one, everything is blank except for a button that's covered in plastic that says "Do not," and then the rest is rubbed off.
Okay.
I'm
I
looking
think
at-
it's saying do not for a reason.
I'm looking at RD42. Which one of these makes popcorn?
I pull up to the middle one. I'm not sure which one to grab. There's only one intellectual way to do this. A Simon Says pops out of my freaking chest.
Wait, no. Bad robot. No.
Aw.
Listen, there's gotta be an intelligent. Oh God, what the hell am I talking about? There's gotta be a way to figure this out. What?
Okay.
Can't you like plug your face into it or something?
I could probably hook up to it, but we barely just met, and it seems kind of rude.
It's
Yeah,
asleep.
these consoles aren't sexy at all.
Dude,
I
I'm sure they have a great
was told-
personality. I'm just saying.
was told as long as it's asleep, it's okay.
Hey, dude!
Humans are weird.
Yes, and apparently immoral.
Yeah, no,
So
move a little bit further away from him.
is there a way to take the console apart or to start looking at the inner workings of the console?
That's what I'm thinking, because our best bet is to try to see where this thingamabob goes to the other one. Oh, wait, hang on. I got a crazy idea.
Well,
Yeah?
How old does the paint look like on the material? Is there any residue where the words used to be if I put on some sort of basic latex or something, light mesh on it in order to see the rest of the wording?
It doesn't work that way.
It does when you're using science, but we'll see.
Was there any indentions on it?
Yeah, because, well,
Was there any indentions on the?
No, it's not indented at all.
in fact, it's freakishly clean. That's annoying.
Yeah. But wait,
Wow.
being clean is causing it to be annoying. Does that cause an error?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mike! I need my tapes!
All right, I'm gonna press the RES button.
Oh, hang on. I go over to RD4 and
Nope.
okay, show me the tapes.
Jink.
Flip. Ooh, good one. I put that one in.
The world is a logical place. Everything is fine. Just think 1 0. 1 0. 1 0.
And while I'm hearing that, I'm just gonna press the RES button.
Hang on,
Okay,
before you do.
No. So,
Oh, good lord.
Chris, while RD42, while you're getting ready to dust it to try and bring up any residual information that may be on the buttons.
Yes.
Unless you're
I'm not going to restrain him. Bob presses the button before I get there.
Yeah. I mean, well, the only person who evinced hesitation is Nurse Flo. So if you if you want to try and physically stop him, you can try. Otherwise, the button's getting pushed.
That means I have to touch him, so he's pushing the button.
So,
Okay, I'm ready to start doing science. What are you doing? What are you doing?
From behind you, you hear this loud, sort of clanking, grinding noise.
Oh god.
Oh, man.
And there, you hadn't noticed it before, but there's a camera that looked like it was just kind of too old to work in the corner here, and then the lower corresponding corner there, and lights come on both of those.
I wave at the camera.
Is the camera hot?
It sort of
Did I restart?
yeah. It
is
shifts
blinking
slightly
lights.
and seems to focus.
Okay.
But the loud clanking does it sound like just machinery running at this point.
Would anybody like to make let's call it an empathy roll?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Would that be a basic?
Yeah, you better make the empathy roll.
Can I make
I'm
it?
not sure what I'm empathizing with, other than my own upcoming doom and death.
Thank you, Flo.
Okay. So it's really tricky to get a feeling from like a camera.
Yes.
But you perceive a feeling of menace from it, as if there's there's somebody on the other side of that camera who either doesn't like you or is just casually sadistic and is like accumulating evidence.
Somebody now has to fill out a form because of you.
You mean the camera is just an inanimate object? Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh.
Sorry.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with using inanimate objects if nothing else is available.
You know, guys.
I don't know what to say to that.
I think we should get out of here. If that was the actual reset button, we're
Right.
good to go. We should probably,
Gangway! Boom.
kind of saunter quickly. Saunter quickly.
Well, we still have to fix the issue, right? And we don't even know where the problem is.
I think it did. It totally did.
Think
Are you
that
coming,
fixed the problem?
Bob?
Are you pressing the other button?
I did not.
He's pressing the other button. Double time, people. Double time.
Oh
Well done, sir. Well done.
no! Wait, no! Wait! Oh my God! Please run! Run,
Okay,
everybody, run!
so you,
I'm
you
already
press-
in the hallway
okay.
waiting for you bozos.
Why are we? God.
Are you coming? Come on!
Okay,
Use
so,
your
uh,
ability.
a screen blinks on that console, and there's a countdown.
Oh my God!
Running.
That is not an egg timer. Come
Fine.
Do you
on!
remember? Do you remember my stunt of acrobatics while fleeing a crime scene? I'm out.
You wait till the last possible moment and you sort of flip through it like it's stripping away to make Han Solo proud.
That's amazing.
He's good at this.
Very. We hold up our. I pull out a little sign like one of those judges things that puts 8.5.
I'm running.
Okay.
Peace out.
Okay.
Artie.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I got little actuators.
Okay. So as you go, you notice that room 3 here is the source of the grinding.
Yeah. but there's
Okay.
also a
You want to? Okay.
There's
Okay,
also
Mike.
a count. The countdown timer.
I'm
And I'll
sorry.
figure I
I'm a
can
very
get it away.
curious robot.
Is it open?
It isn't open, but there is a little panel beside it.
Thumbprint? I'll thumbprint it real quick.
Ah.
Uh,
I'm
Those are
sitting
right.
there like trying to pull on Mike's tail. Come on!
Unfortunately, Mike is way too
yeah,
mellow
There's
for the
another red light
situation.
and another, and it opens.
I said I should at least take a peek. What's the
I
button?
see.
I don't know. Okay, Mike. Whatever you say.
Mike, I'll be running in place, getting ready to take off, just trying to figure out what this is, see if it's...
Okay. So
You're tying your track shoes.
yeah. So in here, there's this big hatch in the floor, and I didn't mark it, but on the far wall, it looks like there's a system so that the wall can sort of retract and recess to allow probably the futuristic equivalent of a dump truck to roll back and dump trash in.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
And that
This
grind,
is a.
the grinding noise is definitely coming from the down in the
It's a
you know,
compactor.
in
in it.
the hatch. Looking in real quickly.
Yep.
Uh,
Very carefully.
Yeah.
Yep. Do not use me as a 10-foot pole. Just saying.
Okay.
You see down there, if you scroll down some on the map screen, there's what looks like a giant pile of trash. In water.
The blue pile?
Yeah.
Oh, that's normal.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to do, but still.
Does it look normal or not?
Make a technical roll.
Technical?
I think I can do that.
Oh, what happened to my basic roll?
Okay.
Technical roll 3.
Looks stuck. Like there's either just something wedged, or something like that. But it just needs.
How much time is on the countdown?
2 minutes. Well, a little
Mike,
bit
are you
less
trying
than
to do
that.
thrilling heroics again?
I'm gonna go to this recess, the thing in the wall, and try to open up that recess. See if there's anything I can pull from the outside to throw down there to try to break it free, whatever.
Good idea.
Okay.
Are there ladders or anything? in the,
There is a Let me see. Yes, there is a ladder.
Utility
and
ladder.
there,
Yeah.
and there is another like scanner panel on that far wall. I'm assuming you put your thumb to that.
Oh yeah.
And there's another noise, but it continues. And the lights like flash red really intensely. And then there's a unauthorized.
I thought we were authorized.
Maybe not for that part.
Yeah.
Well,
Security
Okay,
personnel have been alerted.
Oh God.
Why?
I don't like to leave a job undone, so Artie, you with me?
I am running. I don't know what you guys. See ya, Carlos.
RD, plug in. See if you're authorized.
Oh man. Why am I always got to clean up everybody else's messes?
Okay, I'll
It's
try.
what you're good at.
I'll try first, hoping that maybe you got some senior executives like access or something.
So, what is the thing doing? So that was very vague. What is the giant garbage compactor doing?
Okay, so it seems like it's moving like a couple inches. It's like closing by a couple inches and then making that grinding noise and then backing up and then trying it again.
Okay. I will turn off the machine if I can, now that you've shown me how.
I push this button.
Hang on. No pushy buttons. Just hang on.
No more of that.
Okay. I guess, what's the skill to operate a basic computer? Would that be technical or science or what?
Yeah, that'd be technical.
Okay, I will attempt my really horrible technical skill and see what happens. Better than I thought. What am I able to figure out from the technical skill that can help synergize with Mike there?
Okay. From that, you can tell that just swiping is not going to do the trick. You could like disassemble it and turn off the alarm, or if someone authorized comes, they could reset it.
Right. Mike, we need to take apart the cabinet if we want to live.
We need to fix this if we want to live. Good point.
Okay.
Security's
Okay.
coming. We're all going to die.
You're such an be more of an
All right,
optimist.
so the important thing is we get this fixed. So let me take care of this. You guys look at the door.
Great.
I go for the utility ladder.
Okay.
Oh, and if you could figure out a way to stop the grinding so I don't get crushed, I'd appreciate that. Thanks.
I'm working on it.
Work
Take it easy.
faster.
Okay.
I
Okay.
try and find out where it's stuck. Find out where it's not moving.
Okay. I'm taking apart the console, like as per my technical things decided. I thought I'd test the wires together just so we don't end up having a bunch of screaming minions on us.
Oh, did we just lose
Okay.
Donnie again?
Dang it.
Looks like.
And-
I'm sure he'll.
Okay,
try to get back
also,
as soon
we
as
better
possible.
find frick. I'm taking care of one console at a time, but I may have to go back into the do not room.
Welcome back.
Hey.
Hello.
So, I'm gonna ask
Okay.
you to hook me up with a cable and turn into like a winch, and I'm gonna go down.
What am I, Inspector Gadget? Come on, people. Just give me a sec. I'm turning apart the console here.
Okay. There is a ladder.
Yeah, there's
But
utility
I want
ladder.
him to pull me up faster than I can climb up that ladder.
Okay.
Okay.
Probably a good idea.
Oh, man. I can only multitask so much, man. What's the priority, winching or security? I'll let the carbons decide.
Never a good idea.
Winching down. I need help.
Fine. Hang on.
I got some technical skill. Maybe I can help.
Thank you. Think of it as a glorified fishing pole. Okay, I pull up to the thing and I kind of go into a semi-winch-like formation.
Okay.
You better not have a hand crank.
Dude, we just met. Just saying.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. You can each roll technical.
Me too.
No, just Flo and RD.
Okay,
Okay.
my technical's not very good. It's not my strong suit.
What is
I'm
your
not,
number?
sure if I'm not sure if knowledge would help me in this situation, but I
No
will try
problem.
to.
I will
you
use
could,
my-
you don't have to roll technical. You could roll. Knowledge would be might be better actually.
Okay, so maybe just to kind of work out where everything should go before we do it.
I think that's a good idea. Not with that
My
roll.
technical
Okay.
was a 1. I mean, my knowledge was a 1.
Was it a minus
Okay.
4?
So Flo, you have a couple of options.
Yes.
You can either again like burn a fate point and apply something appropriate to succeed.
I kind of want to save that until security comes with weapons.
Sure.
Point taken.
You can go ahead and apply something ephemeral because we're gonna do it as a extended thing.
Yeah.
But with a cost.
Oh yes. So
Or you could just take the failure and there'll be a
I would be interested in exploring the cost thing because this is the other thing I've been trying to wrap my head around. So how does this work?
So what would essentially what would happen is that you'd be able to apply an ephemeral aspect to the situation that is minor but beneficial.
Yes.
And I would apply an aspect to the situation that is also minor, but not so beneficial.
Okay, so let me just get my head right what we're doing. I am playing out the console so security doesn't come or so they don't get crushed to death. When are we doing right now?
I was the impression that we were taking not crushed to death because we can use this as our escape hatch when the security guys go away.
Okay,
That's
so
my vote.
So ephemeral, so long enough for them to get down and back up, or is that too long?
Well, let me see. Probably that.
Or is that pushing it a little bit?
Yeah, probably that. It wouldn't be long enough for them to get all the way down there and back up.
Okay.
I got a trick.
This might be actually, this would be sort of a different area that it would be applied to. Like this is to this panel goes to this door,
Right.
rather than to the trash compactor.
Oh, so this is for the door of our room?
This is the this is the big sort of gate doorway in the back
Oh.
that I didn't mark clearly at all.
Okay. So I'm playing with the panel to see if something important comes down the gate. Is that what's happening, or? I'm a little confused why I'm playing with the
Yeah,
panel.
because I thought we were
Okay.
playing with the wing trying to play freaking fishing here.
We're trying to get that panel open
Well, it's the
and get the alarm
this
shut off.
doorway is the thing that went off an alarm.
Oh, so we're just preventing
Trying
an
to turn
alarm.
so I
Okay.
think you're just trying to turn the alarm off.
Okay, so maybe the alarm stays off long enough for them to get back on and up, or?
Well, okay, so you could with that result, well, this is knowledge rather than actually
Right.
changing it, but
Right, that's right. That's true.
you could apply something like partially sussed.
Yeah, that would work,
SUSSED, or Something along those lines.
So what was that one again? Partially
Sussed.
Partially sussed. S-U-S-T.
S-U-S-S-E-D. Like sussed out.
ah.
You're using a word I've never heard before.
Partially sussed out.
Partially sussed out.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so
It
Better.
may be
Somewhat
sort of
sussed
like
out.
it may be U.S. slang. I'm not sure.
I'm from the U.S., so I mean,
Yeah, no, I've
Tell you what.
sort of sussed is another good one.
I'm from
Just-
Texas.
That sounds better.
How about we do it this way?
Okay.
Our fans, if you want to tell us what sussed is, please send it to rpgglory.net.
I am googling sauced.
And RD, you can.
Oh.
Well, if I'm firing a winch, I'm going to use ranged attack if you don't mind.
Partially grasped it. Yeah. Okay. So I think partially sussed out or partially kind of grasped
Okay.
what was going on. I think
So,
kind of works.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just for the winch, you don't need to make a roll. You can just do that.
Okay,
He sussed
works for me.
it.
Okay, so basically, I'm acting as an extension thing for the commanding officer to drop himself down into a hole. Okay, sure.
It's
All for that.
actually British slang. If you look, it's actually British slang.
Mhm.
You commie bastards.
When did the British become commies?
Royalist bastards.
Thank you. Learn to hate responsibly.
Okay, so
Brits have the best. Let's be honest.
Mike and
Okay.
Xbob, you get down to the trash receptacle area, or trash
Excellent.
compactor area. So yeah, go ahead and move yourselves down there.
We're down in the
Oh,
muck.
it's just Mike's down here too.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Mike went first.
Yeah, he was coming down the ladder the entire time, and you took the scenic tour
I
down.
took the easy way. I'm going down, going, hey, Mike, it really smells like your mom in here.
No, Mom smells more like bacon and. Well, okay, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I
We
thought it
can't
was
worry
bacon
about
and
that right
ass.
now.
Yeah, only
thought
when
it
she's
was bacon
ovulating.
and ass.
More cleaning.
Is it like
Uh,
deep of sludge or whatever?
Pretty deep. And you notice that
Is
there's
it solid?
no, it's mostly it's mostly goopy and nasty, but there are definitely solid parts. And there's also a pole that seems to be wedged against one of the side walls, like
Over where?
over. Oh,
That's
Okay.
odd.
yeah. Well, there's
it
other
made of-
like random metal bits in here too. But it
Where did you see it? Oh, right there.
actually, let me represent it graphically.
Okay.
I'm over here. I'm over here. I'm over here.
Not whole arm.
Screw you, 60 feet of movement. I'm over here. I'm over here.
What are you gonna do for an encore? Victory
Okay.
lap? Come on, people.
You gotta
I
pay.
know where I can find this.
You gotta buy the extra 30 feet as an aspect show. Stop that.
I believe I can fly.
You keep believing that. Don't stop believing.
Mike and
Might have
RD.
been the worst I've ever heard of that.
We are turning into the equivalent of Star-Lord's little Walkman in this game. It's a little sad. It's a little crazy, but it's okay. We're going with it.
True enough, but I think I found one of my traits. Always brings a soundtrack to every occasion.
Always has a soundtrack. I like it.
Oh shit! How big is this bowl?
Oh, not that big. I
Oh,
just need
okay.
to resize it.
Is it 10 feet?
By 10 feet.
I like
Uh,
the idea that it's like 10 feet on top and like 40 by 40 at the bottom. This gets bigger the further down you go.
What the
Wow.
hell?
I don't want to know, man.
It's a reverse funnel. It actually totally makes sense.
Okay, that pole, is it made of like metal, ceramic, wood?
Oh,
I
that's
don't
metal.
know. Bone.
Oh, that's a pole.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap the cable around the end of it, and I'm gonna
Winch
yell
it
up
up.
to RD to start pulling up.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So,
want
yeah,
my friend not to become.
Okay,
I'm
so
not
you
waiting.
start
popcorn
doing
trip,
that.
Thank you.
Okay, you start doing that and make notice checks.
Oh, son of a bitch!
I actually do specifically want to check, Brad.
Uh-huh.
Does this look like it was jammed in here deliberately?
Well, roll the notice check.
Notice check. 3.
From
Okay.
both Bob and Mike.
You're, let me see. Yeah, it looks like, I mean, you can't be sure, but it looks sort of like it was, wedged in, on purpose. And, you both think you see something out of the corner of your eye, but when you turn, you don't.
Do
Like,
you
Can
I
I
can't
roll
see
an
nothing.
investigate check at this point?
Yes. Well, maybe.
I mean, you'd have to stop fiddling with the pole and like specifically walk around in the muck trying to find
You
whatever it was.
You investigate. I'll rock up the pole.
Yeah.
I'll
Besides.
unhook the thing for myself and make sure that it's wrapped around the pole real good. Because in the end, I'm just gonna ride up Mike anyways.
Okay.
Hang on, monkey. We're going for a ride.
So I'm gonna wrap it around it and I'm gonna go look for it. Look for because we're already in this. Yeah.
Okay. So you get the cord attached. And start to look. But you don't need to make an investigation check. Because it's way obvious.
Is that a plant?
It
What the
is
fuck
not
is
a
that?
plant. Those are like full-on biological tentacles.
Oh.
Well,
Pull us up now!
yep, time to go. Time to go.
Ah, dude, you know I'm not good at lifting. Come on.
And
Ah!
they want to make friendly.
I run for the ladder.
Yeah, good move.
Okay.
And you got
I
a
was-
bob
I-
hanging off you.
I'm still holding on to the pole. I never let go. I'm holding on, and I'm yelling, "Pull us up,
Okay.
Dude!
full force!"
Can I now help?
Okay.
Can I-
Hold on just a moment.
And I'm yelling. And I'm yelling.
I'm looking up physique.
Dude,
We didn't, damn it, RD, just pull.
I'm trying, man.
I'm looking up physique.
Can I use athletics instead? It's really good. I got great cardio.
He lifts, bro.
I think Brad's getting ready to just fucking kill me and Mike.
This is gonna be straight up awful murder.
I will scream and run.
My
I gotta
idea
retract.
is
Okay.
I can always
Um,
try to pull an RD and we just try to pull them up. Oh my god.
Okay.
I will try.
So, why don't you two both make a I'll call it a luck roll. Just
A luck roll?
yeah. That's not a skill in the game. Just each of you roll the fate dice unmodified.
Okay.
Woohoo! I am lucky.
Oh,
hate
I'm
you,
sorry. Just Joe and Donnie.
Just
Okay, fair enough.
So what's the rolling? Just the fate dice?
Yeah.
What's the key for that?
Click on yourself. Click on yourself, and up in the left-hand corner, you'll see 2 buttons pop up. One says basic roll.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Or just go roll 40F. That's fine too.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go roll for DF. I don't see. There we go. One.
Okay.
Yay!
One more. Slightly luckier than not.
Yeah. So X-Bob, the tentacles are more interested in you.
That's horrible.
No.
Would you like to make a athletics check to try and get out of the way?
Yeah, athletics might be all right for me. +2.
Yay!
Nice.
Very
Very
nice.
good. Okay. So yeah, you duck the tentacles.
Remember, this would be considered a crime scene at this moment, right?
Kind of is.
Because I really believe my acrobatics while fleeing a crime scene are really going to come in handy here.
Yeah, I think
It's
so.
too funny.
Yeah, if you're up above, then I'd totally say that's a crime scene. But down here, no, you're supposed to be down here dealing with this.
No, this is a crime scene.
and you know, like
I didn't say it was my crime scene.
Yeah, neither one
I
of you
created.
have been.
They're gonna
like,
murder me.
Yeah, neither
They're
one
trying
of you
to
has
murder
been
me.
murdered yet. So yeah, the crime
It's
hasn't.
attempted murder.
Yeah.
At this point, it's attempted murder.
Which is a crime.
Yeah,
It's an
but
active crime scene, but it's a crime scene.
Oh god. Oh no! I already know what I'm gonna say if we ever get caught by the cops. You'll find out.
It hasn't happened yet, officer, but it will. Wait, what? No, sorry, officers.
okay. So
But I got away from it.
You and RD, I assume you start yanking
Winching.
the thing up.
If necessary, I will help him.
Okay.
I will find out how good my skills are now.
Flow
Well,
is
you don't,
great.
again, you don't need to make a roll to retract the cable.
Yes.
Cool.
By the way, I'll be. Well, we'll see. Go on. Sorry.
Okay. So
I'm also yelling as I run up the ladder. I'm yelling back to Bob. Climb, monkey, climb!
That's awesome.
so the pipe comes free, and you see at the top how there's the hatch has these like three-port sort of a three-part door that's partially that's partially in the hatch.
It's starting to close, isn't it?
Oh, it closes immediately.
Oh my!
Yeah. Oh, great.
Yeah, I mean it's a safety precaution, so that nobody jumps in there while the trash is compacting.
While it's running.
Dude! Grab the pole! It's your last chance!
Oh, it's closed.
It's closed. We need to go push a button.
Oh man!
I have a feeling that either I'm stuck or that thing cut the cable.
The cable
No, the
seems
ca-
intact, and that it's it doesn't fall down.
It's just hanging between the doors like a giant lampshade hanging down.
Hey, doesn't usually happen to me, but that's okay.
You can swing back and forth until you get crushed. You'll have fun.
I don't want a part of my body crushed. It's bad.
Wait. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
so you're
Who did
extending
it?
a part of your body that's being squeezed really hard. Does that hurt?
I hope so.
Okay.
Oh, really? Okay.
I claim the 3 laws of humanities as my self-defense.
Okay. So what is everybody doing now? You can choose
Well,
who goes first.
I need to know what my status is. Am I hovering above the muck?
So the cable only went up by like a foot, enough to pull the obstruction clear when the doors up top slam shut.
Ah. Well, time to extend the appendages and see if I can open it up again.
I think we should go push a button.
I'd like to, but I'm kind of attached to myself right now.
I know.
Oops.
Those are steel doors. I don't know if we can pry them open.
I'm gonna run
will
over to
press
the
a button.
ladder and climb the ladder.
Okay.
But I'm still holding on to the pole. Is that it?
Thank you. Bring it up.
Okay. And
the
Mike,
pole.
you're on the ladder, partially up already.
I'm on the ladder. I try and get to the top of the ladder where the doors have closed, and I start looking for either a manual override or something I can turn into a manual override.
Okay. Sure. There'd
have to be a release hatch somewhere.
Yeah.
You'd think. Well, considering where we are, maybe not.
There is a panel there on the bottom side.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really badly corroded.
Hmm.
Like,
All right.
It it doesn't seem like it could possibly work, but maybe like a miracle, like a miracle,
Dude.
sort of technical fix-it montage could.
Tell you
All
what.
right. Well,
Grab the winch. Mike, grab the winch. Just saying.
I've got it.
hang on, RD. I think I can fix this.
That's what worries me.
I grab onto the ladder with 4 limbs and start messing with this with 2 limbs.
Okay.
Just as a heads up, I am definitely going to spend a fate point on this,
Okay.
assuming I don't just naturally roll it. And the aspect I'm tagging is, I'm sure I'll figure it out when I get there. I'm there. I'm sure I'm going to figure it out.
Well,
Okay.
We're rolling technical.
Go ahead and roll.
All right, let's see what happens.
yay.
All right.
I get it.
Okay. And you are sure that you can figure it out. So
Yeah.
Okay. So from here you can apply a ephemeral aspect to the situation. What would you like to apply?
I'm thinking to the door itself, or maybe to the whole trash compactor. That might work too. Applying glitchy. So things are not quite working like they should. The door sort of closes, but then sort of opens again.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
He's trying to build the mods of life so he can basically jump between the squares when it opens up and closes.
Oh, actually, I should. I'm gonna say that the ladder is actually, and let me see if I can represent that real quick.
So what do you think that thing is, Zabab? As I'm trying to fix this.
Just going. I'll just keep making that noise.
Okay, that's where the ladder is?
Yeah, it's actually down there.
Okay. Yeah, because he'd be right over there. As it keeps moving.
The ladder
dodges.
Is that a fate point spent?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Okay. And okay. Let's get the maps and background.
Ooh, creepy. Maximum creepy. It's moving. That's not good.
The walls are closing in.
Oh God.
Of course the walls are closing in. It's a trash compactor. That's what it does.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we fixed it. Unfortunately, we might not live to live out the experience.
So, what are the rest of you doing?
Well, I'm sitting here
Meanwhile,
going,
on the
I
top.
don't know. I'd like to go push it.
If I have enough to give, I'm going to try to get over to the council and see what else I can do.
Okay, I'll try to
Okay.
help stretch your cord.
so-
Oh my God. Putting on my rubber gloves for this. 'Cause
Well, you're pretty sure that the panel up here doesn't connect to the trash compactor at all.
oh God damn it.
Okay.
It's the big controller room. Okay.
I don't have that much to live.
Okay.
However, I got a crazy idea. I have a new use for the console. I'm going to
Okay.
use it as a...
So, RD, you could drop the cable, but
Sorry, guys. Yeah.
you know, it's part of you. It would hurt, and you're not sure if you'd be able to reattach it. And-
I have an ethical dilemma.
yeah.
Oh.
So
Oh,
and
Chris.
it just wouldn't be orderly to leave part of yourself over here while you went somewhere else.
My
So-
OCD is getting in the way, okay?
So I will offer you a fate point if you refuse to drop it.
I'm not dropping it, man.
Okay, okay. So you.
Okay.
That's
There are
okay.
some things more important than my life. I'm just saying, okay?
What's the point of living without it?
On the other hand, I do have a plan B. I'm going to use the council to act as a wedge between the contractor once I have a chance to drop it down there. Maybe if we can make a little bit of a wedge. Like, I want to get this thing ready to go so we can wedge it in there once we get things at least somewhat opened, because I have faith that Joe will get to it eventually. I just will be in severe pain afterwards.
So you're using the panel itself to
Well,
try to
I got
pry
to
that
take it off anyway in order to do any actual work, so I might as well kill two birds with one stone.
Okay.
Oh, how big is the panel? I don't think it's big enough for that. I'm imagining like a little tiny electrical panel, not like a giant like transformer panel.
Does it look like a 70s computer? I'm just asking.
It's definitely pretty old-fashioned. It's kind of small, but its housing might be enough room for someone to squeeze through. It would be hard.
Make it so.
Okay.
That means
Well, I
my
got better than...
I might make it.
I gotta say,
Okay. So
I gotta save the boys and my boys.
Yeah. So you can make a technical test just to get it off.
Okay.
And
One
that's just an
moment.
overcome roll rather than like an actively fighting thing.
Okay.
You could spend a fate point to get it off if you have something appropriate.
I am an obsessively compulsive trash boy trying to save a part of my appendage. Yes, I will be expending a fate point.
Okay. Okay, you get it off.
Ah!
But again,
Dang.
it's not very sexy.
Ah!
But, you know, the panel
He
seems to
wasn't
enjoy
doing
it
much
anyway.
with it anyways.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I'm so sorry I had to end this way, my dear, but my friends are in trouble.
So, Flo, you're running to the
Well, I don't
actual
know. I'm
console,
so
or
confused.
where are you
What's
going?
going on? Okay, so do you need to stick this thing in between the doors? Oh my God! To save your cold.
Yes, please.
I could probably help him with that with my physique.
That would be appreciative, because if I can get just a little space, I just need a couple inches.
That's what she said.
Again,
Sure.
yeah.
Guys, I was waiting for it and praying it wouldn't happen.
Oh, well.
Oh, stop. Stop.
Okay, I will use the little panel to try to wedge it between the door so he can pull his cord out.
Okay.
Remember, I got the pipe.
Yes, I know. There's a pipe attached to his cord, and it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse.
Thank you.
Nice.
Okay. You can, you can try and pull it open.
Well, I'm just trying to more.
He's trying to give me just a little bit of space so I can retract properly and drop this damn pail.
Yeah, I wouldn't
just
say
a little bit.
Yeah, just to kind of wedge it and hopefully just get enough torque on it to kind of like just like a can opener almost.
So go ahead and roll physique.
I just did, or do you want me to roll again?
Oh, that. Okay, sorry. So that if you burn a fate point for something appropriate and use the already generated glitchy together, that would be enough to wedge it in.
To open it?
Nice.
Like actually open it?
Not to
No,
open
to just
it,
wedge
just to wedge in
it.
the piece.
Oh my god, a fate point just to get his cord out?
Well, remember, we still gotta save our friends.
And us.
Yeah.
Fine. God, you guys owe me so much right now. Okay, so
I will serve the
I'm
horrible
gonna
music for
completely
later.
justify this, like in the past, like couple of days, as Flo's getting prepared for this mission that she knew about, that she's been working out and doing some push-ups, and this is why she's starting to get a little bit stronger and stronger every time.
Well, what you do is you see a flashback to an exercise montage done by Flo.
Yeah,
You know, the Rocky thing.
like just working on the Zumbas.
And therefore, this is when her aggressive bedside manner comes in handy.
Kind of, yeah. So yes,
let me-
I will burn F8 point for these goofballs.
Okay.
My God.
Let me know when it's wedged open enough and I can kind of
this
see
is
through.
because you have an aggressive bedside banner.
We'll definitely do aggressive bedside banner for this. Like, you get the hell out of there! Just like pulling on it as fast, as hard as possible.
Okay.
As soon as it opens up a little bit, I'm gonna be like, Flo, I'm being super brave down here.
Nice. Okay. Let me see.
Now the question becomes: is this actually big enough for one of them to squeeze out? Or are we just getting Chris's cord out?
Well, it's definitely enough for Chris to get his cord out.
Okay.
Yay!
You'd have to make a pretty difficult test to actually squeeze through. But it is theoretically possible. But before you do that, if you Donnie and Joe, you could make another luck roll.
Absolutely.
Oh. Hey, I got a 2 for once.
All right.
Oh, God.
I'm not the lucky one this time.
All right. Okay.
Whoa.
And oh, how disappointing. You know, this trash monster, it is grabby
Just so lonely.
as yeah, lonely. Okay, there we go. Grabby and lonely.
I lived at the bottom of trash heap. I'd be lonely too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it is burning a fate point to grab Mike.
Ah!
I still have the pull, right? You started pulling up.
You do.
But... Okay.
Yeah, no, I dropped the
Okay.
pole. I basically had to unwinch in order to get through the mall.
So make a athletics test, and you'll need a superb result to get away scot-free.
Holy crap.
Athletics. Is that physique or is that something different?
It is
No, it's athletics
that
is totally
separate
separate.
from physique.
Aha.
The athletics is more how good you are at dodging. Physique is how strong you are mostly.
Yeah, so basically constitution versus dexterity.
So I'm not trained in that.
Oh no!
Basically,
Excellent, excellent.
I will be doing the base roll if that's okay with everybody.
Come on, Mike, you're awesome.
2.
Well, not bad
Okay.
considering, although it's probably not gonna be there.
Okay, so you are grabbed, but you're not like you haven't been like pulled down or like squished or anything long term.
Yeah, not crushed or okay.
Yeah, it's basically the first grab, the feel.
Okay.
And it's essentially a new round.
Okay.
So who's doing what?
do I still have my machete on me from when we were hacking through the
Sure.
thingamajig? Oh yeah. I'm whacking at that freaking dangling participle that's attached to Mike.
Okay.
Because he was ahead of me.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's big, so it could be a problem.
So I'm kind of blocking the way.
Only
Nice.
2.
Okay.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
Sorry.
you
Damn.
so you do hit it, but it's like tough and scaly and well not so much scaly, but its hide is like thicker and more rubbery than you expected, and it just kind of slides through, making an indentation rather than like a deep cut or slicing in twain.
Shit. I tried.
Anybody else want to do something?
I've got a couple of ideas. So, yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and use physique to muscle out of this grip this thing has me in.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and use glitchy.
The glitchy was
Glitchy gone?
yeah, it was used up.
It was
Okay.
used up to get money. Yeah.
Okay. In that case,
Mike, do you need supporting fire?
rather than fighting it out, if you can shoot it, that would really help. I'm thinking I'll create an advantage for us on the monster by finding some way to plug one of its tentacles into an open electrical socket. Or find a way to toss its tentacles into something that's grinding or moving or
Okay.
something
Put
to
it in the-
distract it from me.
Okay. Is the top, is it sealed now or is it still bouncing? The compactor part.
Oh no, the compactor is yeah. Let me update that. Thanks for reminding me.
Sorry, I'm bad that way.
Wondering with it being propped open, if it would keep closing.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out whether I can fire down between the holes or if I should try to run for the console.
Okay.
Jason, can you die quietly?
I'm sorry.
No.
Okay.
I forgot
So
to put
yeah,
a.
that's still closing. Or the compactor is still compacting.
Ah,
Okay, so to do
so,
that,
yeah,
does technical work?
Sure.
Okay, let's try that. Technical to create an advantage. Roll it.
good roll.
All right.
Nice.
So you can go ahead and apply a sticky advantage. So
Okay, perfect.
something bigger than just the ephemeral.
Okay, perfect. So what I do then is, let's say inside this this compactor, besides the walls coming in, there's also mechanical arms that will come out to, like, if there's garbage that's trying to get out or sludge, it will push it back in toward the center.
Yes.
So I activate one of those mechanical arms, and it starts grabbing at the tentacles of this monster. So, mechanical grapple.
Okay.
Garbage pickers, exactly.
That works.
So let me see.
Where would these arms be while it was compacting?
Well, they retract into little holes in the wall.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is
They have
exactly what
recesses that
I'm exactly envisioning what Joe is thinking. It's like a big giant cartoon. These arms come down, this pack the garbage down.
They got white gloves on the end of them.
Okay. And
Somehow inexplicably stay white.
and the garbage pickers sort of spear it and like grab onto it tight, so it's gonna be it can't just like pull free easily. It's gonna have to expend effort.
Exactly.
Okay.
Give it an Indian rope burn.
I approve of that
You
condition.
don't want to give it ideas.
Okay. Anybody up top want to do anything?
Still trying to hold it open, I guess.
Okay, my question
you've
to
got
you.
you've got the piece wedged in,
Okay.
so
Okay.
you could do something else, probably safely. Probably.
Go push the button.
Yeah, we'll go find a random button to push and hope we don't kill us
Sorry,
all.
guys. Yeah, let's go over. I will unpress my button that started the whole thing, and you press the other button.
Wait. We're gonna. Okay. Before we do this, I just want to sort this out, little robot dude.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, and the counter
for it.
is down to a minute 30.
Oh my god. Okay, so the question becomes: if we push the do not button, does it turn? I'm just asking Chris this: does it turn off, or do we reset it, or do we?
I
make
have
it
no
go
idea.
faster?
I
Now,
have no idea.
if I press the reset again, does it just reset like a game console?
Okay, good idea. Press your RES button. We'll see what it does first.
Okay, let's make this official. I am not taking responsibility for this.
We'll have you sign a waiver, okay?
Okay, we're good. I will press the RES button while closing my eyes.
Okay. There's like a dull click.
There's a
But-
dull click.
Yeah, but essentially nothing happens.
Great, it's not working.
Oh, man.
I'll push the button just to the left of it.
Why not?
Just start face rolling that keyboard.
Just face roll the keyboard.
Do not do your Yanni impression. I'm just saying.
When you a thing flashes on the screen saying locked out, self-destruct already engaged.
Okay, now we know what it did. And I'm gonna go live here that Donnie pressed the big red button on this console. Oh man.
Maybe we're safer inside the trash compactor.
I'm starting to feel that.
Maybe at this point. Slightly safer. Slightly safer.
I knew a girl with that error once.
Oh, that is the worst joke ever.
Oh, actually, you would need to be your positions would need to be reversed because
Okay, fine. What?
yeah.
That's fine.
Just
Yeah, okay.
technically, yeah.
Yeah, that. Well,
Okay, okay.
Well,
Do-si do.
Okay. So what were you doing, Artie?
pushing it not.
As usual, it comes down to me. Great. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. We're locked out of the console. I'm going to have to rip this bad boy apart and see if I can direct wire it so my friends don't die.
So you don't see anything flashing on this console, for what it's worth.
Okay.
There isn't a countdown here.
Okay.
I'm just thinking. So basically, RD has to romance the really really ugly console.
Dude,
This is
no,
Mike's wingman.
no,
It works.
no, no! I feel violated.
Well, you don't have to. I mean, we're just gonna die if you don't.
Ah, damn my sense of morality and my fact that I know where all your stuff is.
Those
Okay,
Asimovs.
here goes nothing. I will be using the only skill I know that true robots appreciate. I'm going to use my stunt of I use science, bitches. Where I can technical substitute, instead of technical skill, I can use science. I'm going to use science on this damn thing to see if I can figure out a way to stop it, switch it off, and flip the right connection so that I can basically let my friends live.
Okay.
Is there any problems with this? If possible, the next step will be to try to figure out if there's a way to shut down the friggin' auto-destruct. Because,
Okay.
you know, don't want to die. Let me know when you're ready.
Go ahead.
I am now sciencing.
Shit.
Meh. Mediocre science.
Okay. And you're using that in place of technical.
That is correct, because of my stunt.
Okay. Let me see. This is from here. That's actually not that hard. So yeah, maybe.
So in other words, Chris is doing what we should have done in the first place, other than just pressing random buttons.
Really?
Like I always seem to do.
Really? Really? Really?
Really?
Okay. So with that, you can either there's two different routines you could activate.
Okay.
There's one that would essentially be another reset, and that would reset in safe mode. What that would do it would cause the compactor walls to go back to the fully open position, but the top doors would kind of jiggle and then try and close.
Got it.
Or you could just open the top doors fully, but you could do the override routine where the top doors would open fully, but the compactor would still try and close at full force.
Should I go warn them of this when you decide what you want to do?
I will pop it open and we'll jump out heroically because one of them is well known for that.
Okay.
Better let them know before I press the button.
So which one are you going to do?
I'm going to pop the lid open and keep the compact going so that big scary monster dies a horrible death.
I will let them know that they're about to crush to death. Okay.
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 Thanks.
So, let me see. We're gonna go to a new round because, just because.
Just because, yeah. Because we're so used to that. It's hard to get away from it.
Let me see.
Luck rolls?
No, you don't have to do luck rolls because it's gonna try and extract itself as its action.
Yeah, it's still in.
And it's gonna
Hooray!
take its full action to try and do that.
Still
Poor
no
grabby,
garbage
lonely
pickups.
thing. So, it manages to ameliorate the situation, in that that arm is still stuck, but it seems like it's a little bit freer to move. Like it's no longer like punctured. It's grabbed, but not like fully mechanically grabbed.
Not
Okay.
quite.
I think I figured it out. It's stretching. That's how it's able to try to wiggle its way out of it.
Okay.
And so, are you guys just waiting to? What are you guys doing down below?
Oh, I'm trying to get to
Okay.
the top and keep that thing away from us. I'm telling.
But it still has me, yes?
Or did the arms take it off?
No. I think you resolved that when you did
With the
your
garbage
better
workers.
grab on it.
Okay. Then, as soon as I know Flo has let him know, I'm going to press that button and it'll pop open the top.
Yeah, I'll let them know.
Okay.
You
The top
need,
op-
as soon as the top opens, you guys need to hustle now. If
I
necessary,
fucking-
I will use provoke to give an advantage on that.
Okay.
As soon as I see her face, I'm gonna go. You're so pretty.
Yes, I am your saving angel. Now get your asses up here, otherwise you're going to die. I'm about to write reports.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that provoke.
I will roll a provoke to give advantage.
Great idea. Do it.
I was reading provoke. It's like, oh wait, I could use that for other people too. Awesome.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's because Bob considered you too hot to get angry at her.
yes, that's a
Yes. Yes.
Why are you smiling at me so nicely? I'm not smiling, I'm grimacing.
So I forgot exactly what you said. Could you repeat it? When you were doing the provoke?
I was basically just provoking them to give them advantage. to
Yeah.
climb
No,
a little
I
bit
know.
faster.
Yeah, I know what you're aiming to do. I'm just I forgot the exact wording.
So basically, get your asses up here, otherwise you're going to die, and I'll have to write some reports. That's basically the long and the short of it.
Yeah.
Which is now her
So-
catchphrase.
With her provoke score there, I'd look back at Mike and go, "Isn't she adorable?"
Yeah. I mean, and you couldn't quite make out what she was saying over the sound of grinding gears and stuff, but X-Bob, you think she was complimenting your ass.
I'd give it a couple smacks.
Here.
Well, she does turn a very attractive.
Oh God.
Okay.
Does turn a very attractive shade of orange when she's angry.
I had to play the female, of course.
Okay.
So
Okay, so-
make Artie goes ahead and activates the routine. You guys make athletics checks. And you know, you might want to roll out. It might be important.
Oh fuck.
Okay,
Sorry,
so
I
apparently
put that
I
effort
need.
out there pretty hard.
Is there any way I can do this as a physique test instead?
Yes, you're pulling yourself up using your manly appendages.
Physique doesn't quite work that way, unfortunately.
Well.
Yeah. This is all about the speed.
Yeah.
Would you say
Okay.
acrobatics? Would you say
He's
my
a giant.
acrobatics while fleeing the crime scene is pretty good?
Yes, this would be
I think-
appropriate. He launches himself out.
No,
or at least-
I'm sorry.
Bull!
No, that's what's in the frickin' pit.
Yeah.
That's too funny.
Like I mean,
That one is
if
killing me.
like if you were not supposed to go down there, or you know, it related to the alarm that you set off. Okay,
Guys,
so
don't make
You're-
me have to get my winch out again.
you see the doors start, the walls start closing much faster.
Oh, shit.
Jeez.
And you know, you both start scrambling, but Mike, you're sort of hampered by X-Bob trying to climb over you.
Yeah.
You both do get out at the same time, but the thing slams down on your each remaining foot that's in there
Oh,
Hold up.
hard. Like
ah,
Hold up.
there's a
Before
Uh-huh.
we got to that point, would I have had a chance to try to put the pole in between the walls from closing to slow it down a little?
well, he was talking about it before, but I don't think he
Okay.
officially announced it.
that's yes. You can we can roll back and you can try that instead.
I didn't know how close the walls were. I knew it had to be like I was gonna be waiting till like it was almost close, because at this point it's nowhere near where I think that pole would block it.
Yeah, but they're like suddenly zooming in. So I mean, you can like, rather than like scrambling as fast as you can try and get the pole in the way instead. But that would be a new roll with you know, different consequences.
Treat her like a melee attack, I guess, and hope for the best.
Or just continue running.
What kind
Run,
of
run.
what kind of roll would that be?
Ooh.
Huh.
Well,
Let me see.
That's almost creating an aspect, so almost dropping a fate point, I guess, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what skill would be most appropriate. I mean,
Like, would stealth work? Like, being like stealthy to
no,
like flip it up
no,
at the right
definitely wouldn't be
time, or-
stealthy. It's
Resources?
There we go.
What about resources?
No, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be athletics or physique.
I would think athletics over physique, wouldn't it? Because I'm not doing anything strong.
Sure. Yeah, it'd be another athletics roll. That's the closest thing.
okay. Give it a
Okay.
shot and see what happens. No whammies. That's a whammy.
Oh,
Okay, so
Nice.
you can burn
Can I burn a fate point?
You can burn a fate point. You wouldn't get a bonus. You just get to re-roll.
Let's do this.
Because just a fate point would not be good enough.
Okay, I'm gonna burn a fate point to re-roll.
Okay.
Oh God. Well, that's a little bit.
Okay.
There you go.
So yeah, you get the pull in. What aspect were you using? Well, or it could be a new one if
I thought you had that escape from,
That
that's
was
a
my
stunt, right?
that was my stunt.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, well, okay, just dumpster diver.
extraordinaire.
I think works because you're used to dangerous dumpsters.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
using
this is
something
a
I found
reverse
in the
dumpster dive. It's a, yeah.
This is a very dangerous dumpster.
Actually, that's not a bad aspect. Reverse dumpster diving.
Yeah.
That's actually not a bad aspect.
Yay!
All right. So yeah, that's wedged, and you guys climb out. And it's
I
making.
wouldn't think it would hold very long.
It's just long enough to basically save your foot.
Well, it's making grinding noises again.
Oh no. Oh
We just
no.
restuck it again. That's amazing.
I
At
can
least-
throw something at the pole to try to get it. To
Yeah,
not-
now we at
Okay.
least this one's easily accessible as opposed to one deep in there.
Yeah.
Okay. And while that's happening, let's see. Do we have a? There we go.
What happened?
It's a little bit too big.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
This worries me a great deal.
What the fuck was that?
While that's happening, you hear the doors to the facility open and close.
Oh, shit.
It's the fuzz.
Yeah.
Damn.
And you hear through mask, with the muffled sound of someone speaking through a mask. You have
Damn it.
violated security protocols. Put your hands up and prepare to be arrested. Arrested, yeah, that's it.
That's it.
God damn it! Why do I get the feeling that these are redneck cops?
Nope, I have a feeling these guys are gonna kill us.
Is RD still over here?
Yeah, I'm still over by the control panel here. I'm going to pretend to be I'm going to pretend. I do not speak English as far as they know. Beep boop.
No habla inglés.
Okay. Let me see. So, what do you guys do? You're free of the trap, or the
Did I
Okay.
it's not a
did I
trap,
knock
like,
that
So-
free of the
so a couple
garbage.
Before we get too far, Chris, how's our time doing?
Oh,
Okay,
Uh,
it's not 9 o'clock. I'll give another 10 minutes, and I got to start heading. So if we have to start a new encounter, we might call it. Otherwise, let's see where this goes. Or this is a good to be continued area.
yeah. This could be I'd be fine with calling it right here.
This is a pretty
There's
good
a lot
to be
going on.
continued.
Yeah.
Yes, as Flo Nurse is like getting ready, just like, nope, not with this group at all. They kidnapped me. Pete poop from the corner.
I'm just a utility bot. Okay, then I guess somebody better announce it. Will our epic heroes be able to explain their stuff to the fuzz and survive intact? Will we ever find out why there's a tentacle monster in the trash compactor? Tune in next time in Space Janitors of Fate!
And will Bob ever impress Flo with his pole skills?
Okay. Well, you hear a Archer like, nope!
Nice. Well, thanks, guys.
That should be one of your aspects, magical pulls.
Oh no.
Uh,
So, let me see. I guess there isn't any accounting stuff to do. That
no, not usually.
yeah.
You
So,
said
yeah.
we started out with 6 fate points, right?
If you have 2 stunts, then it'd be 6 fate. Yeah.
What?
Do you have any stunts? Let's. Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah. So starting the next adventure, you'll go back up to 6, or if you have above 6 now, it'll stay where it is.
I got 5.
Okay.
I had to spend 1.
Yep.
But I have a feeling that I'm going to be using my acrobatics while fleeing.
Crime scene.
Yeah.
Oh, so did you think that the aspect system of like creating the ephemeral sticky yada thing was clunky, or did you think it worked? What would you change anything?
No, actually, reading through your little cheat sheet on that and just how clear how it works, it's definitely a lot more clear than how Fate Core or other systems I've seen with it. Like, there's another system I was reading they were talking about. I had no idea what they're talking about, but now playing with it, like ephemeral is basically just it's a 1-round effect kind of thing, and I do
Totally.
kind of like that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a little bit easier. I'm just trying to get a grasp of, like what is going to be, like a new character aspect. Like, I'm not sure if I made a mistake of bad bedside manner because I might have should have taken a stunt instead of grappler, but that's okay,
Yeah. I mean, it can be changed later.
Well, no, I thought it was
and-
stunt free. If I need to take grappler, I'll beat a grappler in the team. That's so sad.
Please, hello,
That's
too!
the saddest statement ever. But I'm okay with that.
Nurse
She's
grapples.
an Amazonian.
Too funny.
I'm
Okay.
just playing with the belief system and stuff too. Getting trying to figure out what we want to end that.
Yeah.
So officially, my instinct is now basically, as you said, get behind the biggest meat shield and win in scary places.
Yep.
But officially, it's get behind Mike, win in scary places.
Dude.
Because Mike is going to be the biggest meat shield for a while.
Exactly.
The belief and instinct is an interesting idea, and I think that's going to work.
Yeah,
really
it'll be
well
interesting
going
to
forward.
figure out, what beliefs to put in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like should I put in the belief that the nurse Flo loves me?
Oh, if that's a role playing figure.
Well, I think that a belief tied into something like that, it would be great. And yeah,
Something
I'm
more
not-
like you're a
Self-proclaimed.
woman's man.
Yeah, I mean,
Self-proclaimed
Lady
yeah,
killer!
beliefs generally should be they're sort of like goals. It's like
Right.
I
at this
I
point-
believe this, so I will do X, or
Right.
so it could be Nurse Flo loves me. I just need to
I need to show how I love her.
I need to
Yeah.
prove myself.
you just need to prove it. Prove your love to her, and everything will be fine. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not doing any romantic triangles.
What romantic triangles? It's, you like me? No. You like me? No. That's a lie.
Oh God.
Okay, so so if you wanted to add that right now, I would go ahead and give you an advancement point on it right now, because you played it out throughout the adventure and it was funny.
It was bad, but funny.
Nurse Flo. What was it again that you said exactly? Nurse Flo.
Need to prove yourself.
Nurse
I know.
Flo loves me. All I need to do is prove myself.
I need
Or you
to
can even make
leave.
it broader. You can go, nurses love me. All I need to do is prove myself.
I'm an amazing physical specimen that will be proof to all nurses.
Oh, this is turning into a bad rom-com.
But it's all... Mike, what did I say about monkeys again?
Always in season.
Apparently.
Like, what's an advancement on it?
Ew.
What does that mean?
Oh, okay. So it's something that's not on the sheet because it's being, hacked into the system. But if you want to, let's see, where's a good place to stick it?
Isn't it? It's kind of like
trying to figure out this whole time.
I guess.
it's kind of like refresh, isn't it? Almost. Or not quite.
No. Just stick it under other extras. Put advancement points : 1. And what you can do with them is anytime once you've used a skill both successfully and unsuccessfully, you can apply a number of advancement points equal to that skill level plus 3 to increase it. Or you could just use 4 advancement points to get essentially an extra refresh stunt.
Yeah, new stunt. Yeah, okay.
And I may play with those numbers later and like tighten up that roll. It's sort of, I just kind of threw it out there as like I definitely wanted advancement to be based off of playing out beliefs and instincts rather than filling a chair.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
To that end, I added a belief during the last part of it, which is never leave a job undone. And
For
I
Mike?
don't know for Mike.
Okay.
Yeah. He's a slacker, but he takes his time, and he will do it for days on end.
He's got no problem finding an easy way to get the job done, but he's not going to walk away and say, "Oh no, I'm not going to do that." Which is why he didn't run away.
That's such a weird dichotomy.
Okay.
Mike is turning out to be a lot of weird dichotomies. And so I kind of think like the whole reason why we were down in the pit to begin with is because of that belief. So not sure if that counts for anything.
Sure. Go ahead. It definitely caused complications, so yeah. Give yourself an advancement point.
Okay.
Alrighty. So I think that's gonna be it.
Yes.
In terms of if you guys have any shout outs, things you have coming up, please go ahead and
Not really.
okay.
I got an incredibly minor request. Jay and I are currently working on the 5th edition version of Dark Revelations, the role-playing game. Well, we're not ready yet. If anybody's interested in acting as game testers, please contact us at drevrpg@gmail.com.
It's a long ways away.
Get your name in now.
Yeah, good to
Exactly.
start lining people up now.
Worst comes to worst, people say no.
Once I get my U.S. tax number, which I don't know when because your IRS down there is insane, I will do an official promo for my book, but I will wait.
Which is awesome.
Yes.
I
it
will
is.
wait for that until I can get it onto some site. Because, living in Canada, I got to get a U.S. tax number to sell stuff because all the companies are down there.
Yeah. Sorry.
Not your fault that the IRS is kind of messed up.
Yes.
I haven't even gotten to them. The Canadian part is almost worse.
Really? Okay, so in terms of what I've got coming up, tomorrow I'm going to be playing Open Legend RPG with the devs. Should be
nice.
Should be kind of interesting. Yeah.
Open Legend.
Yeah. Google it. It's kind of an interesting system. It's classless, and there's like a fair amount of dynamism in how you do actions.
No, interesting.
Yeah.
Aren't you playing like a robotic cockroach or something?
No,
Yeah, that's Dark Grab.
That's our system.
Yeah, in Open Legend, I'm going to be essentially playing a fallen angel.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
nice.
That's bitter, but not evil. And then on Wednesday, we'll be doing as part of the Faded Worlds thing. Instead of doing Pirates, which we're gonna put on hiatus for a bit, we'll probably come back to. We're gonna be doing Wild Blue, which is essentially Weird West with superpowers.
Nice.
I've read that world. That world's interesting.
Yeah, I'm totally looking forward to it. I'm going to be attempting to play essentially Superman played by John Wayne.
I see a lot of potential.
Yeah.
That's gonna be awesome.
But looking at a couple of John Wayne movies, I'm not sure that I can do it justice. I'm gonna try. I may just do my own version of it. I don't want to do the typical John Wayne spiel where it's that when his name comes up, people do it. Okay, Pilgrim, because he actually was he never chewed the scenery. I'm not saying he's the best actor ever, but he was sort of subtle in his way. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, depending on what role he could be in, it was weird that he wasn't what we would consider modern scene chewing. Definitely not. He
never
quiet.
mugged.
Yeah, I think the thing is he always tried to be quiet, but he never ended up quiet. That's kind of a strange dichotomy.
Yeah. Basically, he was trying to be subtle, but he's a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like his acting technique was subtle, but he always played macho.
Yeah. I think he was just naturally macho.
Yeah, totally.
I'm pretty sure he had 3 testicles,
Nice.
if not 4.
I think that'd be a really interesting dichotomy of someone like that kind of power level with John Wayne's personality from, let's say, The Searchers or something. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, basically, he's always holding back because he's trying to do the right thing, be generally good egg, but he's trying to still play up the fact that he's still a man.
Yeah, totally.
Play a full spaghetti western.
Yeah, that is totally.
Or maybe actually more of the 40s and stuff. There, you'll open doors. You're the absolute epitome of politeness and fairness and fair play. But when you can't stand it anymore, then you start lifting heavy objects.
Yeah.
Lots of slapping other men when you feel like they're being women.
Yes.
Yeah. Just be careful. Use your inside slap.
Yes.
Use your inside slap.
Yeah, I mean, part of his trouble, I think it's called. or not the trouble aspect, but the cost. Yeah, because Wild Blue, whenever for each gift your gift has a correspondingly bad cost to it, and his is essentially no manual dexterity to speak of, because he's got the way he has like the super strength and flight is that he has like this telekinetic field around him, and you know it doesn't do subtle. It's great at moving boulders, but he couldn't use a gun. It would just squish.
Yeah,
That's
I can see that.
Anyway, have a good one, everybody. It's a
Okay.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Peace out.
Okay.